Okay, guys, good morning to all of you. All right. Take a look. Morning to you, Chongming. Thank you for waiting. Janet, good morning. Dennis, good morning. Brian, Ben. Oh, Ben, good morning to all of you. All right. Today is the 1st of April, right? When you are young on 1st of April, you usually will sabotage one another because of April Fool's Day. Now, I realized that April Fool's Day is pretty fun. Last about 30 years ago, but recently I realized that this April Fool Day joke has got lesser and lesser. Or is it because the people around me have changed, or because I have grown up, or is it because nowadays lesser and lesser people really emphasize on this day? It means that lesser jokes. I don't know. I don't hear my kids telling me about April Fool Day. For some time already. So just wondering, is it me and my family, or is it really generally most people now doesn't really care about April Fool's Day? All right, so let me hear you guys now. If you can comment right now, let me know what is it ongoing right now. So just so I can be with the market, yeah? All right, morning to you, Daniel, Alex, Stephen, Desmond, Jerry, good morning to you. All right, can I see what is the ongoing consensus regarding this April Fool's Day? Just to know for one time. Is it still ongoing? People still playing pranks on one another? Okay, let me know. All right, I haven't seen any comments coming in yet, or maybe it's a bit delayed today. Significance has diminished with age, perhaps. Okay, Stephen, that is with age. Also, I know that if we get older, we don't do that, yeah. But I'm just wondering whether or not this April Fool Day joke or pranks is still ongoing for the younger generation, or it's because now or people don't care anymore. Okay, Jason say don't care, yeah. Oh, okay, all right, fair enough. Okay, anyway, just a little thing here as well. Now today, whatever I share, definitely not April Fool Day, yeah. Daniel, my life's really a joke. Okay, Susan Tan says that let's now. Okay, all right. Okay, once again, thank you for sharing with me. I'll just go ahead with my MAO for this morning. All right. Notably know that today is not April Fool's Day, yeah. So I won't crack jokes for market. Yeah, it'll be more serious stuff. Okay, all right, good morning to you. Ben has just came in and said that world is on an age crazy thing happening, no longer funny. Okay, sure, serious stuff. Okay. All right, now today is the 1st of April, once again, 2022. Today is Friday. Yes, it's the end of the week. Well, to some people, it's good because we can get the rest for 2 days. But for me, it's all right. I got my Saturday, Sunday fully packed because I have my class going on, my 15 intake. And also I have my sister's birthday coming up. So that's why we will have some celebration. And also the best thing is finally Singapore can have a table of 10. So the whole entire family can have a dinner together. This is going to be very nice because it's been a long while we have last done this, okay? So kudos to Singapore government for managing to do this for all of us, okay? Thank you once again. Now, spot on, S&P 500 stopped at 4,600 last night. So seriously, this morning, I received a lot of messages from friends telling me, Cal, once again, spot on with S&P call. Well, I told them this, look, the 4,600 call is just because of technical level, nothing to be, to shout about. But they say that at least you get to do something like, yeah, I mean, yesterday we made some money, like a couple of $1,000 for traders who actually traded it. Now, end of the day is you must make money once you come online with MAO. All right, so let me ask you guys, right? There's about 41 of you right now. How many of you have made money from the S&P 500 yesterday? Or you have shorted the Hang Seng, or you have shorted the Dow Jones, or you shorted the NASDAQ, or you shorted Apple. Come, let me know if you have made money. You made money from the market last night, okay? Because you actually watched MAO and you make some profit. Please type now, made profit. All right, if you have made profit yesterday, please do that now. Okay, let me see. Okay, right. Once again, do kindly like and share today's MAO because I'm going to go right into details about what are we going to look at for this inverted yield curve. And of course, moving from here is all right, what are the things to look out for? All right, now today's content is not as crazy as previous one, right? Because it's Friday, I don't see a point there, but nonetheless itself, right, we are talking about, this inverted yield curve actually is going to be very important, yeah? Okay, I can see that Frog Green make money, Dennis, Desmond, Chongming all made money. Oh, good. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, making money is always the best thing to happen in life as a trader. Yeah. Now, even you lose money, as long as you control your losses, it's still pretty good. Okay. So today you can see from my collage here, all right, we'll talk about a little bit on the war front within Ukraine and Russia. And of course, we have this Putin giving a very strong statement regarding about using the rubles. And of course, that actually created a little bit of a worry for Wall Street. So we'll cover that shortly, all right? So once again, let's just go for it. So Daniel, congratulations for your profit in Dow Jones, yeah? Okay, good. Let me take a picture for here so they can just show it to people that you all big profits. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, done. All right, disclaimer apply as usual, my friends. Make sure you practice that. Now, end of the day is that I love to give you winning calls every single day, but I will have an off day. Sometimes I may not be able to read what the boys are saying. So once that happens, right, risk management is very important. Yep. Okay. Now, Wall Street job of the day to start out with. Once again, you can see that the mouths are seeing the jaws of the cat. All right, volatility. Now, this picture, be honest with you, last time for 30 years ago or even 35 years ago for me, all right, this one will say, yeah, correct. Cat eat mice, cat eat rats and stuff like that. But nowadays, I realize that nowadays I see on YouTube, I see mouse and cat are good friends. And I see mouse running around, it rats around my area, and the cat just don't be bothered. Now, either it's too well fed or basically it's all right. The so-called enemy between them is all right. It's no longer there. Okay. Anyway, this picture is to show you the volatility in the market, and definitely it's all right. Volatility is something that people don't like. Now, what's volatility to begin with? It's just like the market's up and up. People like this trending market. You don't suddenly the market just fall off a cliff. This is called volatility. Then after that, fall off the cliff. People thought that it's going to take from profit. The market come back in and roll up again. Now, this is called volatility. Okay. And in the market right now, there's a lot of volatility because of ongoing problems around the whole world, and we will discuss this shortly. All right. Now, this is what happened in the volatility yesterday. Let's take a look right now. Okay, hold on here. Let me bring up. Now, yesterday I said to you that 4,600 will be an important level to watch last night. Okay, and I said that if the market loses 4,600, the market will come off. And I even tell you that if you look at this drawing over here, green bar, green closing, small rate, right? Can you see that? So I said yesterday that if the market is a fall, the magnitude might be of this size. Remember, I said that the magnitude might be of this size. And of course, truth be told, what happened? The market almost done that. So again, this is where the pattern recognition spot on comes in. Now, as a trader, I told you guys that when the prices goes up and the volume doesn't follow through, this is a problem. And we saw that happening recently again. So what happened back in this last year, right? December period last year, and it happened again this year. So this was the time whereby we have the quadruple witching, and now we just had ours again. So that's the reason why I felt that could be due to, right, some portfolio rearrangement that causes this to happen. Okay. So if we look at it now, if history is a way to look at this, then there will be a potential that the market may go down to touch the moving average. Now, back then itself, right, the market dropped 100 points over here. This time around, it only dropped by 70 points. So there could be 30 more points to drop. And the moving average now is about 4410 area. So it's a bit far away. So unless the market really comes there, if not, it's all right. We expect the market goes to be sideways. Now, of course, if the market goes down to 4410 area and hit the MA, right, we do expect to see an intermittent bounce like what we saw previously. So just take note of itself, right? The first thing for today is if the S&P do drop down to about 4410 area for the spot market, then do expect some intermittent recovery. Okay, this one is very important, yeah? Okay, so this is the first thing that I want to share with you. Now, I have started to put in some charts in between the MAO before we go to the last part, so that right, some of you can get some gist of it before we actually goes into the fundamental, which some people find very boring because they want straight to the point answers and stuff like that. Now, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm doing this for my students just because a lot of people want me to go live, so that's why I'm doing this public. So a public audience, if you don't understand why am I doing all this, it's because I'm doing it for my students, okay, my TWB students. All right, so I'm very different from YouTuber. YouTuber, they are selling an agenda, so they have to go right into what they want to tell you. But for me itself, I tell the whole thing, all right, the holistic picture, yeah? Okay. So that's why you can see that last night the Dow Jones dropped by 500 points. Now, it was quite a bit of pullback for the market. It will end the worst quarter for stock in 2 years. Indeed, this quarter itself, right, is the worst, okay? This quarter is down by about 4 to 5%, okay, overall, yeah? So that's the reason why the market is a little bit jittery right now, yeah? Okay. So yesterday, as I told you, right, 4,600 will be the very important technical point. And of course, I share with you that, and I remember telling you, okay, this likely will happen, the selling will happen. You can go back to check my drawing, and I told you that it's danger now. And I tell you that because the volume has declined, and the thing is this, based on the common point RSI, it will likely pull a pullback. All right. So guys, if you think that I did a good call on this and it's an S&P spot on, can you key the word S&P spot on for me right now so that I can use it for my marketing? And if you do that for me, I really will thank you for that. Really, thank you. Yeah. Okay. So you can see that you guys agree and says that, right, yes, likely the S&P 500 might have a pullback. So it's not only myself telling you this. In fact, many of you actually were around yesterday, and you guys actually remember and actually make money from the market. Now, of course, based on what I just saw, a handful of you actually make money from the market, but I believe that about 90% didn't want to share. Now, if you don't want to share itself, I'm fine with that. Okay, but if you actually once you make money but don't share, you make money, I'm fine with that because it's a personal thingy. But if you didn't make money but you listen to the whole MAO and you didn't use that advice to make some money, then you have just wasted about 2 hours of your time. This is really wasted, right, in my opinion. So try to consider doing that, yeah? Right, thank you, Jerry, Terry, Han Yu, and Stephen. All right, thank you very much for your little sharing over there. Okay, so that was where I shared with you, right? If the market were to come down, the first downside will be 4,400 level. And that was what I mentioned yesterday, okay? And of course, many of you have agreed on that. Thank you once again for Janet, for you putting a spot on here. Can I have more people putting the word S&P spot on? Because definitely itself, I call for sell at 4,600. I'm sure the market really went down from that point, right? So do me a favor, a lot more if you can. All right, there are about 60 of you right now. Now, at the same time, please do me a favor, inform your friends to join this MAO session so that they can pick up some information and tips along the way. Because I will be filling you up with some tips along the way, all right? And of course, stand by your handphone, because you may not take some pictures later when I come to the alternate market views about what the big boys are actually trying to do or what are their forecasts for this coming year, 2022. All right. Thank you, Allison. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. All right. So I give a very, very detailed plan, and I tell you that, right, if the market really goes up, the first target could be as high as 5,000. And of course, if the market is to pull back, then the first target is 4,400, but 3,009 will be my preferred. And of course, the best of the best is 3,780. Okay, of course, I mean, I'm a short seller yesterday, so obviously it's all right to short the market and make some money will be something that we would like to have see. All right. Thank you once again for Leon, Susan, PH Tan, Ben. Thank you guys. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Okay, so of course, students actually made money now. Of course, they shorted the Dow Jones, shorted the NASDAQ, S&P 500. They made money, and they text to me, Kel, listening to MAO, I make $1,800 US. And that's about almost 2005, right? So not bad, right? You join a free MAO in the morning. Okay, although this guy rattled for 2 hours non-stop, but you can get some money out of it. And that's a pretty good idea. So of course, congratulations to this student. Yeah, well done. Okay, so coming back to here itself, right? So what do we focus? I already tell you my view. So I tell you the same thing again, nothing will change. All right. So in terms of direction, I think that we are looking at still the same thing. If the market is to come down, it should be coming down to somewhere here, whereby there should be some support around here at 4,400 region. Okay. Now, of course, plus minus 10, yeah, S&P plus minus 10. Okay. Now, what if the market firms here itself? What if the market actually firms here? So if you look carefully, right, if you look carefully now, right, there's actually an artificial support over here. This is where it gets crucial, everybody. This is an artificial support. Do you see that? Do you see an artificial support here itself? Can you see? You cannot see? I'll show you now. Okay, it's actually here. Can you see now? Yeah, okay, now you can see better, right? Okay, you see that? This is where it is. So when the market goes below it itself, right, the market sell down to this point here, right? Okay, that's about 4,300 area. Okay, but once the market cross above it, right, it becomes a very strong support to goes up. And this go up itself is 4,700. Right, got the idea now? Okay. So when it came back down again, you notice that it got supported, right? And it went up again. When it came back down, it hit this point again, it went up. When it breaks down, and once it goes below it, it loses down, and 4,300 again done. Do you notice the very interesting thing here itself? Okay. So when it goes back up again recently, all right, it tries to go above it, but it failed. That's why it came back down to 4,003. And the last time this went past, you can see beautifully, once it crossed above, it tries to go up. Now, of course, this time it's supposed to go back to 4,700, right? But this time around, the market didn't go. The market went for 4,630 and then it pulled back. So that is the reason why I say danger. Okay, got it? Yeah. So with that understanding now, okay, so that is a very strong resistance and support. So 4530, where we are now, is the very important turning point. So if the market actually do this, it can go back up to 4,700. Okay. So the upside itself is 4,700 based on the spot market. Okay. Because it's actually closed at 4530, as if that they know it actually is there. The downside itself, as I mentioned, will be 4,300. Okay, so basically the downside itself about 170 points. The upside itself also about 170 points. Very interesting, yeah? Okay, so it's 170 points upside, downside for you. So you guess it, whichever side you get it correct, right? Try to stretch it all the way to make the 170 points. So try to make 100 plus minus 170 points S&P. Okay, that means that now, right, from today, because that's where the market stopped, right? Either you go long to aim for 4700, or you go short and aim for 4300. Okay, got the idea? All right, so let me know how many of you will actually do this trade for next week, or this week, I mean from today to next week. If you're going to do that itself, right, key the word me. If you are going to do this trade and held the S&P all the way to 4700 on the spot market, or held down all the way to 4300, right, key the word me, M-E right now. Now, if you key it, we will remember it, and when the number hits, either it hit 4700, or hit 4300, whichever comes first, we will contact you and ask you for whether you do the trade and you held it all the way down. Now, if you hold it all the way down and you really can show us that evidently you really profited about 100 to 170 points of the S&P 500, we will give you a small little price. Okay, but the first thing is this, you must key the word me, and obviously you must trade on it, and you must hold the position either all the way to 4700 or 4300. Okay, either you're long or you short, put it there. Okay, so you put a me right now so that we can remember who you are, and after that, that's all right. We will come up. We will basically update. We will basically follow up and ask you, do you do that trade? Okay, so I can see now Anthony is going to do that. Very good. Joseph also thinking of doing that. That's also very good. All right. So I wish to see more people coming forward to make money from the market. Yeah. Okay, Joseph. Yeah. Okay. So until now, I only see Anthony and Joseph. How about the rest? Or everybody just want to look and see how things develop from here? Is it? Okay. Anyway, I have two of them, Anthony and Joseph. Okay. Good. I will see whether got more people coming up later. Yeah. Haven't learned to open trade yet. Long and short. Okay, later lah. Lion said lion. Okay, we do it later then. Oh, Alex gonna do that. Okay, so 3. Allison also gonna do that. 4. Okay, we have 4 person now. Anthony, Joseph, Alex, and Allison. Okay, good. All right, let's do it together. Yeah. Okay, either you're long or you're short, whichever comes first. Okay. Okay, so that is the S&P 500. That's what I can tell you now. And of course, in terms of the RSI reading, we have the common points. So the common points very clearly tells me that there could be some form of resistance in the coming period. Yeah, just to be very careful. Okay. All right. Once again, this is how it looks like. Oops. Okay. So meanwhile, it's all my final calling. Okay, for this time. All right. Tomorrow will be my 15 intake. Now, of course, with the accuracy of my S&P call, you can understand that how reasonable my forecast is. I don't say fantastic, but reasonable. So on the 2nd and 3rd April, which is tomorrow and Sunday, I will have my 15 intake. Now I think got 20 students already or so. All right, so they will be entitled to trade live session with me, daily MEO session, the system itself, Telegram special group, Super Tuesday revision, and online e-portal. All right, once again, if you are interested to join us, just contact Richard at 9274-9213. Okay. All right, join us if you can. Thank you very much. So this is what happened. I showed you right, regarding about the star and the bomb. Yesterday we talked about this. We said that okay, yesterday Hang Seng has a star right here, and I said that right, with the star here itself, if the market stays below this point, there will be selling. And because yesterday the opening price is here, the pivot tool is here, so straight away, this is crude oil. Sorry, crude oil. I say that the market goes below the crude oil 104, most likely crude oil will go down lower, right? That's what I mentioned yesterday. And of course, we see crude went down lower, okay? All right, so we can see that. Okay, then of course, during the MAO yesterday, I tell you, Hang Seng has a omega signal. Now, omega signal to students, they know that what does it mean, right? So when they saw it itself, when I posted this, some students quickly jump in to short the market yesterday. Yeah. Now omega can be used for long, can be used for short. So don't think that you just say short means it's a short term forever. Yeah, not necessary. So it was an omega signal, and you can see what happened. The signal by the bot will come out in Telegram, and you can see that as many as 33 people, actually spotted that. Okay. So what happened? Let's take a look. Right. So students began to short the Hang Seng. And of course, students profited from it. This is very important, yeah? Now, look at how the Hang Seng collapsed all the way. The Hang Seng itself basically collapsed all the way. And because it's below OP and the thing itself, right, so omega sign, as long as the market do a CCYR, you can consider to do some short selling. Not every trade is profitable, but majority of trade are profitable. So that's why yesterday, from the very beginning until the end, the Hang Seng lost 500 points, 500 points. And of course, it was just a simple omega signal, and students actually profited from that. So once again, this evidently shows that as long as you are trading with the market, you can make money as long as you know what to do. Okay, so that was Hang Seng yesterday. And of course, this was Hang Seng this morning. This morning, Hang Seng opens here. Okay, and then it went down first, but our bomb came in and it tells us that it's time to buy. Adventurous trader will go in here. All right, those are a bit more, they prefer to be safer, they will enter somewhere around here. So anyway, both of them, when they enter the sell, right, you can see the market really goes up. So once again, this actually happened today. Now this is today's market, and it happened, and this evidently shows that as long as you have the TWB system, you will know what to do. And that's why students are able to make money on a general basis. Okay, all right. So now everybody, 70 of you now, okay. Now, son, listen to me, all right? Listen carefully, okay? Now, if yesterday you have already typed, I want to join. If yesterday you have done it, do not type anymore because we have registered your name already. Those who haven't, listen to me now. Yesterday, around this time, we, TWB Traders Academy, who will have a very big and powerful event on the 24th of April. It's a Sunday, yeah? It's about 3 weeks from now. It's a Sunday, all right? It's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., all right? So I asked if you are able to join us on Sunday physically, and you can bring a friend. The key point is you have to bring a friend, all right, who we prefer to have some trading knowledge. It's not going to be yawning or she'll be sleeping, okay? Must have some trading knowledge and invite this person down. If you can do that, I want you to key the word I want to join. Now, that was what I said yesterday. So now the thing is this. So who will be the special guest? Yesterday, I did not review. Today, I'm revealing. Yes, my good old brother, Zhang Yaotong. He will be joining us as one of the what they call guest speaker for the day. He will share something. He'll tell you some unhappiness that he went through during his stint as a TWB student. This is something very interesting. Everybody will like people to talk good about it, right? But our brother here will tell you something that he felt unhappy during that period of time. All right, so this is something that you want to go in. So that will be on the 24th of April, Sunday, all right? 9:30 a.m. Now the official timing now is 9:30 a.m. Okay, because 9 a.m. I know a lot of people can't really wake up, right? So we decided to put an in-between time, 9:30 a.m. Okay, registration will still start at 9:15. By 9:30 a.m. we will start the session. Okay. Now, of course, back then yesterday I did say that there could be Zoom because of the venue concern. We may or may not have Zoom. So this one may not have Zoom. So that means that, right, you may have to watch the replay, and the replay won't be out that fast. So if you can, try to make it. Now, unless really we manage to resolve that problem, the technical part itself, then we may have Zoom. Okay, we will inform you. Okay, now if you have not put I want to join, okay, then key this word right now, I want to join. Now if you joined, you're very key yesterday, you do not write anymore. Okay, those who want to join, please key the word I want to join. Now this session itself is from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. It will be broken into 3 different segments. And in between itself, we have this so-called allow you to have a little of munchy courtesy of TWB Traders Academy. Okay. All right. Now this event itself, there's 3 highlights. Okay. One of them is you definitely learn a skill set that you can use it immediately on the market. Okay. This is given free. And of course, we will introduce something that we've been talking about for the longest of time. It will be doing a soft preview on that day. Okay. And of course, you're going to hear what Zhang Yaotong has to say with regards what happened during his time with us as well. Okay, so once again, if you have not keyed I want to join previously, yesterday, today, please key right now. Now, what do you get? Now, you must understand this. You have to bring one more friend. You must bring a friend, yeah? And you must be there physically, definitely for sure to claim the prize. Okay, now this event is absolutely free. You do not need to pay a single cent. You just come down, listen, all right, bring a friend with you, remember that, and then sit together with your friend and enjoy the so-called entire 3.5 hour session. Okay, now this event itself, right, will definitely be a lot of good stuff will be given out. Okay, so you must stay on until the very end. Okay, all right. So once again, remember this 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. All right, it's a Sunday. Kindly make enough reservation timing scheduling for yourself because we tell you in advance already. Yeah. Okay. Make sure that. Yep. Okay. Can you come alone? No, because that's why we say must one bring one. I'm quite sure from now to 24th of April, I'm sure you can invite someone to come with you. Okay. If by 24th of April no one want to come with you, maybe you really must ask yourself why they don't. Okay. All right. Once again, thank you very much. Okay. All right. So I can see that this Gerald, Jerry, Mary, Desmond all want to join. Yeah. Okay. Good. Now this week is a heavy trading week. Okay. It's a very heavy week. All right. So we can see that, right? We have the consumer confidence at 107. Then after that, we had non-farm payroll at 455. Now, yesterday, the jobless claims went up by 202. Now, this number, we were expecting to go lower, right? Remember yesterday we said that? Peter, can you bring existing student to go? Yes, of course. I said you can bring one more friend in. I'm fine with that, okay? Of course, it's better to bring someone new so that we can introduce the TWB system to them. But I say once again, since we say 1 for 1, we are fine with your arrangement, okay? All right, because we just want you guys to really come for this event. Yep. Okay, so on on yesterday itself, right, 202. So the number actually went up. This is not very good. All right, that means that the jobless claim shows that the people are still actually still now jobless. Yeah. Now tonight 8:30 p.m. Singapore time, 8:30 p.m. is very important because that will be the U.S. mother of all indicator non-farm payroll. The non-farm payroll itself, the number, oh dear, look at it. The number itself is not fantastic, yeah? The number is actually 490 on the forecast. That means it's actually expecting a lower number. 490 is somewhere around here. Now, if the market has been basically generally have been going up since September. So if the market suddenly drop like this, right, it's not going to be a good sign. And of course, this is not a good sign may actually spill over to the to the April, what they call sentiment, yeah? So we will see how it goes. Now, the manufacturing numbers are expected to be higher, so that will be a positive news. So let's see what happened at 8:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. This is very based on Singapore time, GMT plus 8, yeah? All right, so last night, the Dow Jones, oops, this is error. Okay, let me just change this to an error. Give me a minute. This should be the right one. Give me a minute, very fast. There we go. See, very fast, right? Okay, all right. Oops. Okay. Right. Yesterday, the market was pretty sideways. It was just pretty sideways for the entire day. Really, very sideways. All right, very. Now, it's only until the last trading hour that is where things get seriously wrong. Okay, suddenly the market just dropped by about 400 points. So the question is this: what happened? Right? I didn't grab what happened. So let's look and study this together. Okay, so first of all, the market wrap up the rocky first quarter of it. Okay, so is it because of them profit taking towards a new month? I don't know. So losses deepened in the final hour of trading and stock closed at the session low. Now Thursday marked the last trading day of the March month and the first quarter, which may have contributed to the late day weakness as professional money managers tweak their portfolio for the end of the period. Now this is what they say. But I'm quite sure any professional portfolio manager will not want to wait until the very last day to do something like this. I'm not too sure, but I won't comment, but I just don't think so. Yeah, okay. All right. So anyway, for the first quarter, the report card is the Dow Jones is down by 4.6%, and the S&P is down by 4.9%, and the NASDAQ is down by 9%. So that means that the entire quarter, first quarter, all of them are down. And this is actually the worst period since the first quarter of 2020. That's maybe 2 years already. Yeah. So this actually shows that this is actually not so good. Now, the start of rate hiking from the Federal Reserve, the high inflation, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, all probably have contributed to the struggles of equity this quarter. Now, we do see a strong rally the last 2 weeks, but of course, if you got a rally, right, the market went down even more. So overall itself, right, there's some question here about the second quarter is that growth is expecting to be slower or smaller, while interest rate is going up. Will that cause the pain in the market? Now, I cannot see why it won't happen, because if your growth is actually getting lower, your earnings getting lesser, and you need to pay more money, there's lesser buyback program because there's no more new money coming in. I cannot see how the market will be any better, at least from what I'm seeing right now. So that's why yesterday AMD shares lost 8% after Barclays downgraded it. Okay. All right. So of course, the other thing is that the crude oil price fell. The West Texas Intermediate futures dropped by 6% because Joe Biden administration come in and announced a plan to release 1 million barrels of oil every day from their strategic petroleum reserve for the next 6 months. Oh my goodness. Now I want to share with you something here itself. Okay. First of all, 1 million barrels is a lot, but that's about 1% of the everyday consumption. So that means that, right, this 1 million extra will help a little bit, but it will not help about 98% of the rest of the whole world consuming it. So you get the idea? Yeah. Number two, every time whenever you release a reserve, it will temporarily give the market some relief. Yeah, the market will like appreciate it. Thank you very much. But after a while later, when the exhaustion is done, okay, then the people exhausted your stuff, then your reserve will be emptied, right, in a way or lesser. What must you do? You must still go back in and then try to replace your reserve. Now, of course, the ideal is that if the market falls together, then you can buy the oil price at a much cheaper price. But that means that the equity market must fall. So do you think so? That's the question. And now Putin wants the natural gas to be paid in rubles, and he will not give any leeway on this. That shows that, right, we may see a little bit of tuck and tussle between in the crude oil sector, yeah? And of course, I told you about the jobless claim. Something is not very correct. So you'll see how it goes later. All right, so you can see for the Dow Jones yesterday, very clearly yesterday, the Dow Jones once it opened, right, you can see very clear why our system called for sell, because it's a doji directional day. And straight away, you know that if the market stays below OP, it will be a sell. And when the market broke below MLP, confirm sell. And with the first level, it will go to this figure, 34,982. That is the next MA level. The Dow Jones came down. And of course, it had came down to 34,758, the number I said yesterday. Remember, I said that, right? If the Dow Jones is to come down, you go to 34,758. If you remember that itself, can you keep it down spot on for me? Yesterday, I told you, right, if the Dow Jones come back down, right, after it break the MA 200, sorry, it will come down to 34,758. If you remember that itself, right, can you keep the word Dow spot on? Yeah? Okay, Eugenio, I got your request. Okay, no worries. Now, for those people who have put I want to join, you will be given the special treatment. That means that you will be invited by us specially to join this event, coming event, yeah? And this event is all right. There are limited seats because of the hotel that is kind of limited in space, okay? So what happened is this, okay? So imagine now if we haven't even go to the students yet, you guys are the very first batch to get it already, on top of people that we are inviting on the site. So that's why by putting I want to join, we'll give you the instant, what they call front row, so-called benefits, yeah? Okay, all right, thank you guys. So that was what happened to the Dow Jones yesterday. So let's look at the intraday. Very nice. Look at it, everybody. Take a look. Okay. So first of all, once the market opens, the market was just going sideways, right? Then after that, what you see? A star. It's born, followed by the same bomb. So you put a support line itself, right? You can see the crazy part of this now. Take a look, everybody. This is the low. I draw a line, and voila! Oh my goodness! Look how insane is this? My goodness! Look at it. Now I understand why it's all right. The TWB system is really crazy. As long as you know how to use it crazily, you will become a very crazy trader by making lots of money. So yesterday, the opening price is here. The P2 is here. So once the market loses P2, no matter what I tell me, it's a sell. And if you look at it, right, if you follow through yesterday, all the CCYR, majority, if not all of them, all profited. So that is the reason why you really, really need to have the TWB system. All right, if not, you will be shooting blank. And of course, what will happen? You will not be able to make the money from the market, as you can see. All right, Angel and Corinne, okay, you can join. I have already ticked you. But remember, guys, when you put I want to join, you must come with a friend, okay? If you, on the day, if you don't come with your friend, then we can't let you go in. I'm that serious, okay? Because we really want this event to be well worth it so that our friends and our students can showcase what they learn. And for public audience is all right. We also want you to come in pair. Anyway, it's good to come in pair. All right, the door gift is for everyone. That means that everyone is all right. Will get your own individual door gift. Okay? All right. Someone text me on the site and say, will Zhang Yaodong actually sign signature for you for the door gift? Well, it depends on the door gift. If it can be signed, I think it's okay and fair for him to sign for you. But of course, I commit whether he is okay with that. And also whether his time and schedule, all right? Because I know that he's in a pretty big rush after our event. All right, now this is crude oil yesterday. Now crude oil yesterday opening price was here. So same thing again, when crude oil price came down, break the MA30, that was the first sign of trouble. And when it break below the pivot to 104.38, that means that no matter what you tell me, I'm a seller, I'm a seller, I'm a seller. So yesterday it's all right. Once the market loses 104.38, that is still reasonable. The market collapsed and the market ended below $100. Yes, means right. It went down below $100. It ended slightly above 100, but it actually went below $100. So if yesterday you follow the system, oh my God, look at it, guys. Take a look. The system basically went up first, and a star appeared. And this star, when it appears itself, is no more than KTR plus 1. So this tells you something is fishy, right? And because the opening price is here, the pivot 2 is on top. So when the market ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, that was still okay. But once the market goes below OP and below P2, no matter what you tell me, CCYR is a sell. That means that when you see yellow to red, you just sell. Don't care, don't bother. Oh my God, look at it, how the market collapsed. Once it's below P2 and below OP, you just keep on selling, keep on selling, keep on selling, keep on selling, and you should be able to see some profit. So yesterday itself, any student of mine actually shorted the crude oil, you would shorted the Dow Jones, sorry, you have made the money in the market. So this is how it went down yesterday. Yep, really crazy stuff. Okay, all right, you can see now this is the gold yesterday. Now gold yesterday almost did the same thing again. Let's take a look at the gold prices. The price of gold actually came down yesterday. And after that, a bomb appeared at the bottom of the screen. You just have to make sure you draw the 2 lines according to plan. Okay, and you can see now, if you extend this a bit longer, you will see why is it a buy over here and why is it a buy over here. So as long as you actually, yeah, my chart was wrong yesterday. The Dow Jones chart and the gold chart flip over, but okay, never mind. Okay, yesterday is all right as long as you basically follow the system itself, right? And you follow it, you will notice that the bombs are there, the stars are there. So stars, you sell the market. The bomb, you look for buying yourself. All right, you can see that, and the market really, really went according to rules. This is again very scary. And of course, once the market hit the pivot, right, that was where it got itself rejected and come back down again. So you see, guys, as long as you have the system on hand, you just have to follow through. Is that right? It will be pretty good. And this is what we will be teaching tomorrow. Yeah. So tomorrow I will be teaching this. If you really think that this star and bombs have caught your attention and you want to join us, is that right? Join us. This will be fun. Okay. All right. So this is the TWB system. Now, sorry for the little mix-up earlier itself. Probably I got that mix up, the crude oil chart and the gold chart, the crude oil and the Dow chart mix up already. No worry on that. Small thing. All right. So some local and global news right now. Now, Singaporeans or Malaysians, okay, hundreds of travelers crossed the checkpoint last night at 12 a.m. Yes, indeed. Now, people who don't understand, they say that, why are we so crazy? Today can still go in, right? Think about this, guys. 2 years you haven't seen your kid. 2 years you haven't hugged your parents. 2 years you didn't see your siblings. Seriously, why would you wait for 8 a.m. this morning? I will go cross the custom immediately at 12 a.m. last night. This is what people want, right? This is 2 years, my friend. So if you don't understand this, I think you never will. To me itself, it is really showing that this is important, yeah? And of course, straight away, it's all right. Businessmen in Johor and Malaysia is expected to revive, right? Of course, there are some rumors saying that, okay, so all the naughty people also waiting for you. Yeah, give and take, yeah, give and take. End of the day is this, is all rejoice right now, okay? All right. Now, of course, Singaporeans, most of us are still putting on their masks, but I get to see a little bit more people today taking off their masks. So a little bit of liberating, yeah, indeed, it's happening. So you can see that yesterday at the Woodland checkpoint itself, at about 9:30 p.m. In fact, I saw the news already. People are queuing. By 10:30, the queue was already a snake line, and by 12 o'clock itself, wow. But this is really beautiful, right? You can see all the motorcyclists coming in, going in itself, all honking around and just having fun. I think this is really something that we really want to see. And of course, this is the Tuas checkpoint, I think. Yeah, and looks good. Okay, everything looks good, fantastic. Yeah. Okay, but while we are having this little happiness right now, the Federal Reserve preferred inflation gauge has rose to 5.4% in March. Oh my God. Now this is the highest since 1983. This is year 2022. 1983 to today, so it's about 40 years. My goodness. Now this is the highest ever. Now this is they actually did tabulate accordingly, but because prices are going so far, so high, that's why. Now the PCE, the one that the Federal Reserve used, is one of the most reliable inflation indicator. And for the last 10 over years, they're telling you only at 2%, usually at 2%. But now we are at 5.4%, double to triple of the amount that they were happy with it. So now we are having a problem here. If lesser people are going back to work and inflation is going up itself, right, we have a problem. You need to have a full capacity economy, right, to drive supply upwards so that prices can come down. If the economy is not recovering and if people are not driving up, increasing supply, then the what they call the demand for certain goods will keep on going higher. And if you keep on going higher itself, right, then what you do, you pay for more. And this is really getting scary, okay? So you can see that the PCE stands for Personal Consumption Expenditure Price Index, right, is up at 5.4%. Now, if we include gas and grocery, it will be 6.4%. But how can it be 6.4% and 5.4%? Come on, man. We all know that the gas price went up by almost 50%. But of course, this is based on month, so it could be like that. But overall, it's all right. Gasoline prices have went up by 50%, yeah, as you know, because it was at 50s 1 year ago. Now it's 100. All right, now there's no economy that has basically didn't enter recession because the crude oil price went up by 50%. So whenever crude oil price go up by 50% to 100%, usually recession will happen. So that's the reason why I'm saying this, okay? Now, Russia Putin, the president, says that the gas must be paid in rubles from Friday, which is today. This is not a joke. This is serious, right? Putin decision is to enforce ruble payment. Okay, that means that they must have the rubles. So let me see the rubles, how they're performing right now. Yeah, let's take a look. I think the rubles now are much higher. Let's take a look, yeah. Okay, rubles versus the US dollar. Wow, you can see that, right? This is let's change it to the day chart first. Can you see that now? Wow, this is good. You can see that? Yes, that means that we are going back to before the war. Wow. Okay, before. So this is the level that was before the war. Then after that, the war came. That's why it shoot up all the way, right? But you can see very, very fast, the market has pressed it back to the pre-war period already. Oh gosh. That means that, right, if people who basically cut losses on their rubles, they will be very unhappy with themselves because the market just went a big U-turn, okay? So now the thing is this is where it is right now, back to almost a pre-war period. So again, this tells you, right, this is how the world works. It's all about money. It's all about capitalization, all right? So this is how it works. If you know how to do it, if you have turned short or went long on the rubles, then you will have made your money easily the last 10 over days. Pretty cool, yeah? Okay, so now the thing is this. In order to purchase the Russian natural gas, whichever day, European maybe, must open ruble accounts in Russia banks. Oh my God, okay? It's from this account, then payment will be made for gas delivered starting from tomorrow, which is today lah. If the payment not done, they will consider it as a default and you have to bear the consequences. No one sells anything for free and we are not going to do charity. It's a very strong statement. So the existing contract will be stopped. Oh my God, this is serious. And this is actually going to make a lot of European countries jumping around because the Western companies and governments all rejected the move and they say it's a breach of contract. But do understand this. Do you think that Putin will care? Even if they say it's a really breach of contract, would they bother? I don't think so. So now the thing is this, Russia actually supply about a third of Europe gas, a third, you know that? Oh my God. Then why is the oil prices not going up? Because there's a reserve coming in. That's why you see the way Biden put in the $1 million barrel, right? It's impeccable. The decision and the timing is really on purpose, right? Can you see that? So the thing is this, will that bring crude oil price lower? It might bring lower, right? It might, but I believe that after a while, when the thing settle down, the crude oil price will go back up again. Okay, it will go back up again. All right, so with that as well, right, you can see the US have decided to release 1 million barrels of crude oil every single day. Okay, so this is what they will do. And the strategy they use is called a strategic petroleum reserve. Now, I say you use a reserve is fine, but the question is you need to top up your reserve again, right? So now are you telling me the price will go much lower and then you top it up? Okay, then fine. So now there's some going say that, right, the people wants the oil to be lower, so big companies are doing that under some certain instruction. So we do actually see some lowering of crude oil prices in the near weeks if this thing really pulls out well. Okay, all right. Okay. Now, at the same time, it's all right. People are asking, if the crude oil price come down, would our counter called Occidental Petroleum will be affected? No, my friends, no. In fact, this is a good time to look at it. Okay, now take a look here as well. This is a monthly chart, yeah, monthly. So this is talking about all the way back to 2011. Now, 2011 is a year before the crude oil price rallied from the $30 to almost $147. So that's why Occidental also went up accordingly back then, yeah? Okay. So now what we have right here now is about $56, okay? And we expect that 1 week thing didn't happen. So, but the thing is that I doubt the upside will be able to stretch more, but at least we know that this counter will still go up. I'm still very bullish on this counter. I still think that this counter can go to about 74 area, the target that I gave the first time. And if things go a little bit better, we can see even 110. Now, this figure is something that I am saying, so watch out for that. Now, for this stuff, right, the huge volume speaks volume. As long as the market stays above $55, nothing to be worried. If you hit $55, then you just have to basically take a look and see what happened, okay? All right, so take note of that, yeah? Occidental Petroleum, I'm still pretty bullish on this counter, okay? All right, so some little important market news for you right now. So the 2-year Treasury yield tops the 10 years rate. The yield curve inversion could signal a recession. Let me do it slowly for you, bit by bit. You will love this segment, yeah? So now we have another inverted happening, okay? The last time was 2019, 2006, 7, 1988, okay? All right. So when that happened itself, it's because the 2-year, 10 years has lost the negative territory. Now, the real reason is because, right, usually that will bring in recession, and there's a greater chance of recession in the next 2 years. So, of course, many economists believe that the yield curve needs to be inverted for a longer time, or substantial time, so to see whether it's valid. All right, so that is what's happening for this inverted yield curve. But FYI itself, right, when that happened, if come with together with slowdown in hiring and a sudden increase of unemployment and or some warning on ISM, the initial service and initial oh yeah, sorry, I just lost my mind on this. ISM is what? Manufacturing sector, manufacturing, yeah. Okay, all right. Then of course this inverted yield curve will be a problem. But do note the yield curve, the last time when it inverted, right, it basically took about 422 days before a recession. In 07-09, it took about 571 days before recession. And recently, it's all right, it took about 163 days before any recession. So that means that easily the day you have recession, or the day you have inverted yield curve, it usually takes about nearly at least 163 days to as far as about almost 570 days before we enter recession, yeah? So it's a very long haul, so it's not may not be that accurate, yeah? So the thing is this, in this thing here about this 30 years history, right? Okay, one thing is that to note, after the 2 and 10 years inversion is done, usually the stock market will perform very positively, all right? Now that means that, right, when the inverted yield has happened, not necessarily the market will fall big time. Now, why is that so? Because people have probably sold off the stock market to buy some bonds. And then now bonds has been bought already, right? So some spot cash, extra cash, and they look to buy into the stock market. Okay, would there be a recession? Well, I say not me to say, but people are already telling you that because of the potential of the high interest rate, and now because of the inversion of the yield curve, there could be a recession next year as well. Okay, all right. So of course, this is a very reliable recession indicator because usually it actually really happen. So when that happens, it's all right. The treasury will be up to no good because there's so much money in the treasuries, right? So then you keep it in the bank. Okay, so do note about this inversion. All right, of course, there's another inversion called the 3 months yield. That one's too close by, so no point. So now, if the 3 months actually really invert with the 10-year, this is going to be serious trouble for the whole entire world economy. Yeah, so I don't think that. Yeah, okay. Oops. Okay, so usually it's all right whenever there is an inversion. Okay, you can take a look. It's all right. These are the year that they have the last few inversion. You notice that at the start there could be some jittery, right, down a few percent or up a few percent. But about 1 year later, it's all right. Your health looks good because everything looks perfect. Okay, and of course, the downside itself is about only 12 to 22%. So which means that if the market from today drop by another 10 to 15%, expectedly should be able to get it done. Yeah. Okay. So watch out for this. Okay. 10 to 20%. Whenever market goes down, do look out for buy signal. Yeah, on the stock market. So basically, based on what you just heard, right? Usually take about 2 years before the market economic downturn, but the stock market usually will react first. Okay. The stock market usually will react first. So for the news is about 2 years, 24 months. For the stock market, it's 18 months, so 6 months difference. Yeah, even though they may have not the same answer. But of course, you don't want to wait until then to do something, right? You may want to do it much earlier. Like I just had this Marco Karnovic. He says that, right, the stock market has room to go even as the yield curve inverts. Right. So basically, he says that, right, end of the day, the clock has not been ticking, and upcoming QT could matter the problem, the timing, right? He said that not all yield curve signals are moving closer and closer to the recession. All right. So again, it shows that there might be some breaking up, but at least for now, they're still bundled together, majority of them. Okay. So what I did was I did the extra mile. I basically draw for you the vertical line of what happened in a different period. I don't think you can see the date. Yeah. Just give me a minute. Here we go. Okay, so let's take a look, everybody. So this is year 1994, right? You can see that the vertical lines actually represent the month that the thing happened, and then the stock market went up. Now, in 1998, the market went up by 4 weeks before it collapsed for 2 weeks. Okay, it happened again in year 2000. The market went sideways for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. But the market collapsed with them for 2 months. Okay, can you see that? So now it happened again in 05, where the market was very bullish. The market hold on and market went up. Also up by 5 days, and there was some selling. Okay, there was some selling. Okay, so that is about 2, 3 days only. Another one, okay, is here, but it was not registered by anyone. So that's why the market came off by its own. Then this one is the most recent in 2019, whereby the yield curve actually went negative, but the market went up for 4 weeks first before the big sell-off came in. Yeah. All right. So once again, this shows evidently that as long as you have an inversion, it's just a matter of time the economy come down. But of course, in 1994, it did not really happen. It went all the way up. So don't know what happened. I can't remember that. Okay, maybe tomorrow, Monday, I try to see whether I can pick some for you. Yeah. Okay, got it. All right, so Goldman Sachs says that there's a chance of a mild recession, but not until next year. Yeah. So Goldman Sachs says there's a 38% of next year and only 12 and a very low number for this year. So they think that, right, basically this recession will pop. Okay, fair enough. And the inversion of the political curve is a constant, and a job they're playing some weight on the probably recession. Okay. So in short itself, right, telling people that, right, this is just a monetary policy thingy. Don't need to worry, no panic. And of course, the gap between the 2 years and 10 years now is only 3 basis points, or about 0.3 percentage point. Yeah. Okay. So right. So let's take a look at some over here. You can see that, right, Okay, and the last two past recessions associated with the financial service, which is the labor crisis and the pandemic, right? Right. The new thing is that, right, all these are actually not that critical. Okay. So a negative yield curve actually means that, right, the things are doing well, that people want to quickly borrow more money to do things. This is one way to look at it. On not so nice front itself is because people need the money to do something bad and they really want to do it. So I think the second one makes more sense. Yeah. All right. So Goldman Sachs is expecting the Federal Reserve to actually raise about 200 basis points this year. But I don't think the market can take in so much. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. All right. So in late March run up, we saw the last 2 weeks. We saw the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, the S&P all going higher, right? Okay. So this actually could be appearing as a cushion for the potential of modest pullback. So this is where it is, guys. Look at this. How this work? This now a few weeks ago, when the so-called the AAII, the indicator was coming down. I was telling you guys that if you have some money, buy some here. Remember, or I shared this with some of you guys on this Facebook. I said that this is a good time to buy. Now, why is it not a good time to buy? Because now we are at the same point that the okay, wait, this is happening here more all the time. Okay, so let's just take a look at what happened. Just give me a moment, yeah. Okay. Okay, something went wrong my computer screen. Okay, so this is the one, right? So I told you before, when you see the AAII hit the bottom about 30%, you must go in to buy some stocks. Can you see that? Yeah. So same thing itself. This is called the NAIM. All right, that is the National Association of the Active Investment Manager. You can see that, right? Recently, it came out to the low end. And if you follow what you're supposed to do, when the market go low, you look for buy. That will be the best thing to happen, rather than you just only doing nothing much. You can look at this one whenever it comes down, right? So recently in March itself, this NAIM, I told you guys to watch out for this. The market may bottom out soon. That's why I say that March period itself, right? The first 2 weeks, the market will go up to under 18 to 16 to 18 of March. Okay, I told you guys about this. This is very, very important. Yeah. Okay, so watch out for this NAIM and also this AAI. Of course, if you join the my certain thing itself, right, you get to join. Okay, all right, only students will know. Okay, so we come to this point now. Important alternate market news. Get your camera ready. This is going to be very important. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look. Now, this is the gap between QQQ and TLT. Now, TLT is the iShare 20 plus years treasury bonds, which means that the bond prices now is coming down because the yield is going up, right? Okay. Now, we compare this with the QQQ. Now, what is QQQ first? QQQ ETF is an exchange traded fund that tracks the NASDAQ 100 index, yeah? So, which means that, right, if the QQQ goes up, most likely it's because the bond price is going up. When the bond price comes down, this is where it is, okay? All right, so you can see that it seems to be work like the jam. Now the problem is this. The QQQ is going on its own, rallying, but the iShares are not performing. So the question is this. In your opinion, who is wrong? The tech side is wrong or the bond is wrong? Please key your answer right now. Do you think that who is actually should be the one going to chase after the other? Do you think that is the NASDAQ should chase after the bonds or the bond chase after NASDAQ? Or they actually come together and then consensus, they actually agreed. What do you think? Write your answer right now. I want to see your answers. Now, who do you think is wrong? Would that be the tech or the bond? What do you think? What will be the answer will be? Give me an answer right now. Don't understand. Okay. Okay, so you can see that the one in the the one in the lighter, the so-called beige color, and the bond market, they have been moving the same way for the longest of time, right? Can you see that they move together? Yeah. But in March itself, right, the bond price is coming down. You can see that the bond price is coming down, but the NASDAQ or the technology counter itself is going up. So that's why my question is, who is actually wrong? Do you think that the bond price should go back to chase after the tech, or the tech's supposed to come down to the bonds to make sure that they are actually going in line together? So that is the question. Okay, so Desmond says that tech should chase after bonds or drop down to the bonds level. Or Jerry said the tech is wrong. Okay, you take your side already. Then how about the rest of you guys? What do you think? Who is right? Who is wrong? All right, I give you one more minute to key in your answer. Stephen says that the tech should come down. Okay, fair enough. Okay, Susan said that the tech should come down. So yeah. Okay, so Karine, you understand what I just said? My question. Okay, Jason said the tech. All right, so let me just say this up front. Now, bond market, right, is because of the yield. The current yield is going up for the bond price coming down because the yield has the interest rate factor to rally it. The bond price coming down is also because there are also more concern about the coming economy. And we've now got to have potentially 6 to 7 interest rate hike. You can say it really all happened. Then what will push is that the yield price will go even higher, not equivalent, but it will go higher, and bond price will even go lower, right? So bond market itself, you should know that most of them, in portfolio management, right, 60% usually on stock, 40% will be on bonds, right, normally. So if let's say 40% on bond price, and the bond price now is actually going down, there must be a reason for that. And because of that, what happened? All right. So that means that the boys will be more, what do you call, yeah, they will know that the market much better. But for technology, right, it's you buy, I buy, you buy, right? And usually retailer come into the picture also, right? So I think that the technology, the upside recently is a little bit not normal. All right. So that's why I do suspect, and I do agree with some of you, that most likely the tech shares will lean down to the bond price again. Now, if we're going to do that, right, that means that we're talking about this point here and this point here. Let me just color this again, yeah? So this is a point where we are now at 145, okay? So this is where the last time it is. So last time it is about probably February period. All right, February period, okay? So let's just look at the market, February period, yeah? Just pick one. Okay, take a look, everybody. This is the QQQ spot. Okay, the price are all there already. All right. So let's take a look here, everybody. A quick one, yeah. Now we are at 145. So based on the QQQ, it's about 362 in terms of this is in dollars. This is in numbers, yeah. Okay. So anyway, the chart looks exactly the same. Okay. Now the thing is at this junction here, the price transacted itself is about 370 maybe. All right, then after that it went down all the way to about 900 plus, 200 plus, sorry. And then after that it went back up again, and the market now is stuck here. Can you see that? Yeah. Now the thing is this. If let's say they would have followed this figure on the right side to down to 605, that means the S&P had to drop all the way down to here. Then probably we can end this. Yeah. So this is going to be a tough one. I don't know how they're going to drop there, but that's just how the chart looks like. So hopefully we get an avenue for this. Yeah. Now, of course, Goldman Sachs now tell you that, right, the upside target for 4,650, we are almost there already. So you should look for potential profit taking. And of course, our management, our very own management also mentioned that, right? Yeah. So we just need to take note of that at 4,600 to 4,700. And of course, I did very openly tell you that we need more funds. And you can see that, right, if the market really goes down, there will be more time that the market may go down to 3,600. So it's pretty near to my target at 3626, right? So it's very near again, and this is from Goldman Sachs. Okay, and this is the next list itself, right? Goldman Sachs expect this year-end target be 4,700. Wait a minute, 4,700, isn't it now? Yeah, exactly. So they are not looking at this. Was previously at 2002, 2003, but now they are looking at us not possible. So it'll be an uphill task. All right. Then of course, if this whole thing comes out, the S&P 500 may blast down all the way to 3,600. Okay. Then of course, for Bank of America, they also think that the March month will be pretty bad. So why would the banks, all of them, come out to tell you that? This is very, very interesting. Yeah, it happened. Is it too hot? Yep. Can you see that? So Bank of America says that, right, the downside is there. It say about 4,000. Now back then itself was 4,500. So you're looking at a further number down to 4,000. Wow. Okay. So everybody seemingly out of nowhere is marking down. So this is where I had done for you a little bit of editing, and this is the English one. Is tell you that what is the banks and their target. So over here itself is SPX, S&P 200 and 220, the target, and then what can we do? So if let's say you are using JP Morgan as a guideline, then they're looking at 5050 this year, right? But now they're looking at 400. Okay, wow, okay. Then after that, just 1 year itself, okay. The target is at 4,009. They already said that the second quarter there will be some selling, okay. So for Goldman Sachs, lower number 4,007. They said that the upside target is upside potential is kind of limited right now. Most likely may drop by 22%. Wow, to 3,600 within a year itself. Then Citibank says that 4,007. They expect because of the interest rate factor and a bit of too long. So all these things is all right. It may cause some problem, yeah. And of course, Bank of America says that 基本面无法知道. Okay, so looking at SPS to drop to 4,000. Barclay looking at 4,500. Same thing itself because of the cabinet, and of course Morgan Stanley is still the same 4,400. Not going to change because he knows that all these is not on his point, but it's everybody's direction have changed suddenly. Yeah. And you can see that the Bloomberg Global H bond has really came down, the worst ever drawdown. So now this is something that I'll ask you this. If the bond prices is coming off and people take some money to buy stocks, makes sense, right? So now we've let's say the bond prices now is held at a very low level, and it's actually today now, right, based on this chart here, is the worst drawdown ever, worst, that means it's a past 10 already. Then why is the stock market going up? Because the money is in the stock market. It's as simple as that. So once the market get out of there itself, right, you will probably see some people be throwing some stuff, yeah. And this is going to be interesting because if I say now the bond price is very cheap and the rate is very high, then of course I would like to pay a lower bond price to get a high yield. So that means that, right, where will I take my profit again, or my capital? And obviously I will sell stocks to buy into bonds. So you can understand how it works now? Selling stocks to buy bonds. But let's say now this person doesn't want to buy bonds at all. He feels that this bond price will go lower, then it will sell stocks at the high level now to bring itself to the point whereby when time comes, they will do the bond buying. Okay, got it? So to me, it's right, the worst ever drawdown, right? From one angle, it looks terrible and scary, but from the other angle, actually, it presents an opportunity to confirm that if the funds are used to buy bonds, right, then the stock market will definitely pull off. This one is definitely for sure, yeah? Take note of that. I'm always 1 or 2 days early, but I'm pretty sure that as long as you follow me, you should be able to make some great deal of money together, yeah? Okay, all right, so that's it. Okay, so let's look at the chart right now. The bull goes moo, the bear goes grr, and the lemming go is different this time. Okay, let's go for the chart now. Okay, so for the chart wise today, very clear. China market blast past the technical point that I mentioned. Yeah, the moving average I told you guys itself is about 13,800, and I told you once the market blasts past the moving average, it will go higher. So it happens already. Now I was expecting to come down that yesterday. Yeah, I was expecting, but the market didn't. It went past it. So that was the reason why you can see the Hang Seng also recover a little bit. So now the China A50 is above. Does it mean that it can go higher? Well, this is where it is. But of course, there's a very interesting resistance over here, and this to watch, right? This resistance itself is about 14,020. The market is now trying to stay above it. If it stays above it, then there might be a chance to see the market go even higher to 14,977. Of course, I believe that there will be some chocolate bars available, but we will just wait for tomorrow to do on Monday to add on this. Today, I think this will be the peak ready for today, yeah, in my opinion. Okay, let's look at the US Dow Jones first. Okay, US Dow Jones today is actually a CCYR on a day chart, okay? Now, the market could have hit the 35,440 yesterday, but the market pulled back instead. So now the thing is this, if now it's below MLP and also below the MA 200, so the market is now back to what I call a neutral position. So if the market really comes down later and breaks below 34,758, it will go down lower and test pivot 2 and 34,588. Right, 34,588. If the market comes here and stall here itself, the market may actually rebound. The market may actually rebound. But if the market loses P2, wow, this is scary because it will go down to 34,366, I think. That will be bad. Okay, so watch out for that. But the KSI, the moment now the boys are all in, so the downside pressure should be very high. Okay, the downside pressure should be very, very hard to go up, go down. Yeah, because a lot of people buying in the bottom pickers. Yeah. NASDAQ also a CCYR, another CCYR for NASDAQ today. Okay, now same thing, the NASDAQ and MLP is all above us, only the MA30 is above us. So which means that there will be some buying concern here as well. I mean the market should be easy to buy the ticket. But the thing is this, 14,809 is very nearby and the market cannot break it. Okay, all right. And no more at the same time, the KCB itself is 14,758. So which means that, right, we have this point here and we have the pivot 2. If the market really breaks down pivot 2, 14,809, then there will be some selling. If not, it's all right. I suspect the market may go sideways today. Yeah. S&P 500. Well, this one got no BNB already done deal already. Now for this particular chart itself, right? If we can stay positive, we can see all the way back to 45.94. But if the market stay negative and there's a need for the pump, then 41.11 will be the same level, 45.11. That means that now it's 45.50, right? If the market goes down, 45.11 would be the thing. Now, Chongming, you asked, is the fat lady singing soon? Well, I already said back then, remember Chongming, in January, I already said the fat lady will be singing soon. And I did say that, right, the February period, the fat lady will sing even louder. And of course, now today, based on the pullback yesterday, I believe that she's going to go up, she's going to come up on the stage again. Yes. That means that for the S&P 500, now you look at it, now I'll give a quick one here, example. I do the Dow Jones be easier. Okay, remember this. You take the Fibonacci now to take a look at this thing here. This is the entire Dow Jones. All right. So where is a point of no return? This is all the points there itself. So this is point here is the first Fibonacci to watch out for, but the market have almost triggered it. So what number is that? Let me take a look. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so the Fibonacci tells me that this is point A and this is point B. And the thing is this, the 23.6% is somewhere near here. That's the first support, right? Now the 38.2 is over here, and that is about 34,228. Here itself is 34,574. Okay, somewhere there. So which means that if the market basically breaks below 34,574, the market can bring it down to here. And once it hit here itself, the 38.2, all right, that's it. Everything all gone. All right, then this is going to be the Fed lady will sing and they will bring it down all the way much lower than the last low itself. Okay, so that is my view. I believe that the Fed lady will sing again very soon. Watch out for it. 34,574 will be the point where it will trigger her to sell, and traders just be very careful. Yeah, but of course, if the market doesn't come in at all right, then nothing else to be said for time being. Okay. Yeah, my eyes and my ears are also open big. Okay, let's continue. Hang Seng. Now, Hang Seng day chart, I told you just now already, right? It's a CCYR. Initially, the Hang Seng came off, but the market now rebounded. Okay, I think it was the China market excited it. But I want to show something very important. That is a 5-minute chart. Can you see that? Earlier, I showed you, right? When you see the bomb here itself, what I expect to do, the market most likely will be going up. And the market went all the way up to KDR +3, stop there, and then come back down. So again, this shows you that, right, this system of mine, as long as you know how to utilize it every day, there's a potential trade. As long as you actually take the effort to do some research. Yeah. Okay, let's look at Nikkei. Okay, I can check my day chart on. Okay, for Nikkei, right, let's take a look. Nikkei now is trading at about 27,689 right now. Now the Nikkei basically didn't go past the, he hit 1 by 1, surprisingly. And it came back down, but now it got itself supported again. So if the Nikkei can break 27,725, it should be able to cross into 27,933 rather easily. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem there itself. Okay, all right, that's Nikkei. Now DAX, I told you yesterday, DAX will come down, right? I told you DAX will come down, and really DAX break MLP straight away, just jump down, hit the P2 at 14,494, but continue to fall until 14,360. So you can see that, right? This is very important to use the TWB Premier to do things, all right? Not your own personal, your hand. Okay, all right, so that is the DAX as well as crude oil. Now, crude oil is coming off. I suspect that crude oil will continue to fall a bit more. It will fall to a potentially $93.92. That means that crude oil can come down by another $5 first. Why do I say that? Because this is here the pivot 2. And of course, based on what I'm seeing now, the way the market let y'all trade, do this thing lightly itself, right? There should be some reason for that. So watch out for this. Downside could be 93, 92 level for the US crude oil. Okay, that's crude oil. Now let's look at gold and silver. Now gold and silver have been pretty exciting last few days. Now for gold today is a DJDD. I know that it happened last week, but you must understand last week is belonged to the last whole month. So this week is now 1st of April. We are the first doji now. So of course, there will be a high chance there will be some competition, all right, I'm quite sure, between traders. But to me, it's all right. The KSI stays red. The blue boys are enjoying. So I'm going to give myself a little thing here. If gold can go up to 1943, I will stick with the gold and become his piece of the best friend. If the price goes higher, then the target will be as high as 1960 for today. Now for the downside, if the market breaks below pivot 2 at 1936, then I will see, I'll give you a breather to somewhere around here, and that's this point here itself. It will be 1914 level. Okay, that means that the downside can go down from 1936 down to 1914 level. Yeah. Okay, so that will be for gold. Right, gold at the moment now pretty directionless, so I will give a big call on this. Okay, wait a minute. Silver. Now for silver, it has been going sideways also. Today is a DJ, DD, Doji directional day. So that means that for silver, it has to stay at $24.73. If we stabilize there, the upside could go back up to 25.13. But if the market goes down, very dangerous, right? It can go all the way down. And I think that this will happen. I believe that silver may go down to $24.40 this time round, because I suspect that the dollar will recover again. Now let me review the dollar chart for quick one. Yeah, look at the dollar chart. The dollar chart has been sideways, but recently has found some space and recovery. So I told you guys the dollar will come down first, and it really came down already. So now it's definitely stabilizing at my price at 97.50, 97.80. So once it's stabilized, the next run will be here already. So once this one go higher itself, right, the gold price will, the silver and gold price will come down. Yeah. So this one must be very careful. This one is very, very important. 1 minute. Okay, so watch out for this. Silver may pull down. Careful, yeah. Silver, gold may come off, yeah, because I suspect the dollar to move higher. Okay, so be very, very careful on that. Well, on this itself, right, as I show you this chart here, which is the 10-year yield, you can see that the yield is also starting to move up again. So all these are telling me that, right, traders to be very careful. There could be movement the next 2-3 days. Okay, all right. So that is gold and silver. The last two itself will be the Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is finding some support today around here already. There's a pivot 2 at 32, 33. So once it stabilizes and go up itself, right, it can go back up again. Now, crypto market itself, right, there are some rumors saying that there are a lot of funds going around to do, of course, crypto is one of them. KSI is still green, no blue bars are one of the reasons why I suspect it may go back up again to 33.93 level. But I don't think you'll go to new high. And after that, there might be a pullback down again. So watch out for this. This is my view on Ethereum. And last one is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, you can see it went up recently to 47,000 and it pulls back down all the way to 44,000. Now Bitcoin is trading below 45,000. This is P2, right? So it's below OP and below P2. That means that Bitcoin can come down to here. So a bit of indifference here is between the Bitcoin and Ethereum. But if Bitcoin comes down, it will come down to here, 43,389. Yeah. So a bit of different, both of them moving differently itself. There could be more people buying into Ethereum versus selling away it. Okay, all right. Request from Karine about the DXY. Okay. The RSI get lower on each support itself. Nothing. To me, nothing. Because to me, these are not common points. RSI lowering and getting support to me doesn't mean anything, in my opinion. Different people, different style. Yeah. Some trainer will tell you that, oh, this is lowering, so the market is starting to go down. To me, is that this lowering is not my concern, because I only concern at 70, 50, and 30, my own style. So to me, this is definitely very strong support. So that means the dollar should be mounting up very soon already. In another 2-3 weeks, I believe the dollar will mount up, and this mounting up may push gold and silver price lower, especially if, let's say, the current Russia war stops, or there's some ceasefire, or there couldn't be any breakthrough there itself. Okay, all right. Okay, that will be all for today. Thank you guys for waiting until now. Apology for something a bit late, because this morning I get us some more information for you yourself. Okay, so guys, make sure you trade well. And of course, those who already typed that I want to join for the session on 24th of April, we will contact you on the site during the weekend. We contact you, please be around, and make sure that bring your friends, and we need your friends detail at the same time. Yeah. So all this information, all the how to join and all those things itself, right? We will send you a special email, and the email will be your important thing to bring along with you to join for that event. Okay, this is going to be very important. I will see you guys on Monday once again. This is Cal signing off. Bye-bye.